Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another showdown. Welcome to the Side Hustle Showdown 2025. We are back live Thursday night. We are going to have a great time tonight. We have two side hustles going head to head tonight. We have online tutoring versus digital products. Are you guys ready? You guys ready to have fun out there? Yeah, this is going to be a good one. So, we were out last week, but we're back, and we're going to continue this showdown 2025. For those who are new here or haven't seen it before, basically what we're doing here is we're taking the top 16 side hustles for the year 2025. We're going to battle them against each other, see who wins, see who comes out victorious for every round, and then ultimately there's going to be a grand winner for the side hustle showdown. So without further ado, let's talk about the two. So we have online tutoring and we have digital products. So what does that look like? So online tutoring, so that could mean, you're tutoring maybe students if you already work for a school or some form of online education. Tonight we're going to talk about some different tools that you can use, not only to find tutors yourself, but if you want to sign up to be a tutor, or if you want to apply to be a tutor, because that's really how you would make money as far as the side hustle goes. So we're going to dig into the tools, how you make money, how much money you can actually make from these different tools. And then on top of that, we're also going to be talking about digital products. So if you're not familiar with digital products, these things they're super fun to make. They're super unique, and the beauty about selling a digital product is you put in the blood, sweat, and tears, the creativity. You put it once, and then that's it. Then you just sell it, and you kind of just put it out there. So we're going to talk about a couple different places where forms can you use. So that's a lot. That's a lot going on. So let's dive in. Let's dive in here. First, we're going to I think that's how you pronounce it. Wizant? Wizant? I'm not sure. I guess they probably could have made it a little bit clearer. But if you can't see, if you're just looking at me and you want to see the full screen, if you go to the main channel page, you can click on the first Side Hustle Showdown live. There'll be another version, and you can click on that one, and then you can see the full screen. So actually, let me actually post it in the chat. So full screen. Let's see, full screen live. They post this in the chat. There we go. All right, so where are we at? Here we go. Just click on that the full screen live link, and you'll see my desktop when I'm sharing. So, okay, so on this website, it's actually a platform where you can find tutors for an affordable price. So they really have a really nice pay-as-you-go model. So you can we'll start with finding a tutor. So if you want to find a tutor for maybe like yourself, child, loved one, that kind of thing, this is where you would go. So the first thing, they give you like a little search bar. So it says, what do you want to learn? So we can type in, how about we do something like grammar? And then we're going to click on search. Okay. And then what it's going to do is it's going to pop up here, and it's going to say, wow, there's 4,182 grammar tutors that basically that are on this platform, which is a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of tutors. So what you can do here is you can see, all right, they give you a picture of what the tutor looks like. They give you their name, and then they give you basically some of their qualifications, some of their experiences up here. And then they'll give you a little blurb, a little description about, kind of some of their qualifications. What is their experience like in the past? And then, of course, and how many hours of tutoring they have under their belt as far as this program goes. And then they're going to give you a response time. So basically, how long it takes for them to get back to you if you want to inquire about being a tutor. If you want to inquire about using them as a tutor. So let's just go down. Let's do the first one here. So we're going to click on this person named Colleen. So remember, if you guys are watching this and you can't see my screen, there's a comment at the very top of the screen. You can click. So as you can see, Colleen here has an hourly rate of $120 an hour. And there's a little button here where you can contact Colleen. And you can just read through and you can see kind of if you feel like this is a fit for yourself or your loved one. Um, and you could sort by the ratings. I always like to go to the ratings first because that way you're going to be able to see what people are actually saying about this tutor, which is cool because it kind of gives you an idea of what is their learning style or learning slash teaching style, and basically what are they going to get, what are they going to benefit from with this tutor themselves. So um, that's kind of one way, and then it's going to tell you down here all the different subjects that this person is approved to be a tutor in. Um, so you can look at that, and then it kind of give you a schedule too. So they'll give you a schedule of their hours, whatever their hours are. Um, they'll list it here. So and then it gives you the policy. So the hourly rate is $120 an hour for this particular tutor. Um, and then they do have a cancellation policy, it looks like. So cancellations require 24-hour notice, and there's a fee of $45 plus their 9% service fee. So basically, what that means is you need to make sure that if you were going to use this website, this platform as a tutoring service, you want to make sure that you read all this fine print, so you don't get stuck paying extra money, or late fees or that, and who you're going to be hiring for your family, yourself, your loved ones, that kind of thing. All right, so do we have any questions? Anybody have any questions out there? So far, we're going to dive into now how it actually works as far as if you want to become a tutor. So, in kind of like along the lines of a side hustle, online tutoring is something that anybody can do, right? So, I mean, you need to have certain qualifications, and a lot of these platforms, they actually have these kind of these pre-assessment or like pre-tests, and they take you through these different exercises really to prove your qualifications, and really to kind of see what are your skills, that kind of thing. What do you have to offer, and what do you have to teach? Um, so that's basically what how it works as far as the side hustle. So if we click on Start Tutoring, and then we can click on About Tutor Jobs. Let's see what this you can find. So if we click on that, here's the jobs that they're hiring for. So jobs that these individual jobs, these are going to be students that actually need some tutoring themselves. So this is something that if somebody was proficient in computer skills, they could actually go through and they could apply for these different jobs. So anything that's in orange, highlighted in orange, that's a button that you could press to view the job. So let's see. Let's take a look at one of these. How about this one? Adobe Photoshop student in Brooklyn. All right, so we're going to view this. All right, so this is going to be, if you have experience with Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, you can actually go in your job description, and this is an individual student. So it looks like this was posted the end of February of 2025. So about maybe 2 weeks ago, give or take. So, and then it tells you everything you need to know. So the lesson information, so when are they available to be tutored, um, and the qualifications as far as the student goes, the pay. So they say most tutors charge between $30 to $60 an hour. And then you can actually apply for this right here. So, and it doesn't cost anything to apply if you're a tutor. So if you wanted to sign up for an account, you could click down here and open this up here. So basically you would just sign in with any kind of, Google, Apple, Facebook, that kind of thing. Any login that you have, or you can create a username and password just for this platform, and you could sign up that way. So those are just kind of some different ways, like looking at this platform to kind of see if this is something that you might be interested in for online tutoring. So, okay, so we're gonna move on. Let's move on to the next tool. So the next tool we're gonna talk about, as far as the side hustle goes, in order to make money as an online tutor, is gonna be Preply. So it's preply.com, Preply, preply.com, and you can see, like the last platform that we went to, they also have finding your tutor. So we'll go through that first, just so you guys can kind of see what all that entails. So finding the right tutor, and if you were putting yourself in the eyes of the tutor, so if you were the tutor and you wanted to kind of see how this worked, this is a good kind of experience to go through just to see how the platform is set up. So finding the right tutor, we're going to click on what do you want to learn? It says, how about we do chemistry? So we're going to click on chemistry and then find your tutor. And then it's going to ask you what your goals are. So this is basically primarily if you're trying to find a tutor. So we'll just go through this real quick. Career in business, continue. When do you want to achieve this goal? As long as it takes. So some of these you might have to go through and ask. Let me skip this. Skip, skip, skip. Okay, so they're going to go through and they're going to find tutors that's going to kind of fit your budget. And some of those questions we went through pretty quickly. But okay, now it looks like you have to you have to sign up. But we can see the results anyway. So let's see the results. All right, so it looks like there's 619 tutors that are available for chemistry itself, for specifically for chemistry. So then as you scroll down, you can kind of see how it's laid out. So they have a picture of the tutor, and then the subject obviously is chemistry. And then it looks like some of these tutors, they actually create a video, kind of like an introduction. Um, you can send them a message, so reach out to them and get to know them a little bit, get to know the teaching style. So it says they have 38 active students. It tells you how many lessons they have, the languages they speak, and you can click on this. Basically, they'll tell you where they went to school, what are the qualifications. Um, you can book a trial lesson, that's pretty cool, and you can also send a message if you want to communicate and ask a question. But they also have their reviews at the very top and, excuse me, how much they charge for lessons. So this is $40 for a 50-minute lesson. So if you wanted to change this up here, you could choose, I want to learn about something else. Maybe change the subject or change whatever you want to learn. And then you could actually put, all right, what's the price per lesson? So it goes from $3 all the way up to 40. So hey guys, thanks for joining. If you want to click on the full screen so you can see what I'm actually doing, there's a link at the top of the comments that you can see, and it'll bring you into the full screen mode. So then you can select if you want to choose the country of birth, you can choose that. And then when you're available, so this down if you're finding a tutor, if you want to find a very specific tutor. All right, so becoming a tutor, because that's what the side hustle is all about, right? So we're going to click on becoming a tutor, and it looks like they make it pretty easy here to sign up. So they split into 3 steps. So signing up, creating your tutor profile, getting approved. So the team, basically their team, the Preply team, has to go through and they have to vet all these applications and make sure that you have the qualifications, you are who you say you are, and you actually know how to teach. You have these skills that you can teach. And then number 3 is start earning. So um, basically part of this process for being an online tutor is you can set your own rate. So you can set your own rate and you can change it at any time. So it looks like on average English tutors charge 15 to 25 bucks an hour. So that could be something just in terms of, you could set it a little lower, you could set it a little higher. It really depends on what the going rate is. And I would definitely say do research as far as, you really want to make sure that you're competitive, but at the same time, you have the skills, the experience, and the education all to back you up. So you just want to make sure that what you're setting is going to be competitive, but also you don't want to sell yourself short at the same time. So, and then it says you can teach anywhere, anytime. You decide on how many hours you want to teach. Also, for somebody who may be going to school, could be somebody who has a full-time job that they're really trying to just try to and really get tips to upgrade or upgrade your skills. Excuse me. So it looks like they have students from over 180 countries, that's pretty wild. So there's a steady stream of new students and a smart calendar, which is pretty cool. interactive classroom, convenient payment methods. So it seems like they have everything in place, like the foundation in place, to really have students be successful. Not only the student, but the tutor themselves. The tutor, you create your profile right here, and you should be able to take you through some steps in order to get you to a spot to answer the questions, put in your qualifications. Basically, like typically you would upload a resume or some sort of what is your history, what's your experience, and what are your qualifications in terms of being able to be a teacher. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna flip back over here. Okay, let me go back in. Okay, there we go. All right, we're full screen over here on this one. So thank you guys so much. I just want to say thank you so much for joining. I'm like looking at both places. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Just want to see if anybody has any questions before we move on, because we talked about the online tutoring, and we're gonna get ready to move over to digital products, and we're gonna talk about that as a side hustle. So that's something that is definitely near and dear to my heart, and it's such a unique opportunity to make money with a digital product, because you put in the creativity, the imagination, the blood, sweat, and tears. You make it one time, and then that's pretty much it. Then you're done. So, and then you just set it off into the sunset and let it, start making money. So, okay, all right. And if this is the first time here, and you're just seeing this screen, whereas everything that has in the brackets here has been done. So, for example, stock photography versus flipping domains, that was week one. Affiliate marketing versus investing, that was also week one, or I guess round one. So everything on the outer bracket is going to be the first round. And then the second round, we're coming up here on everything. So you add um, flipping domains, one here, affiliate marketing, YouTube channel versus virtual assistant. So we're going to find out here in a little bit who is going to win tonight and who is going to be the ultimate victor for online tutoring versus digital products. All right, let's get back to it. So let's dive in here to digital products, and let's see what we got here. So what does a digital product look like? This is an example of what a digital product would be. So you can create a PDF. It could be like a Word document. It could be some sort of like an ebook, or maybe like a recipe book, something that's basically electronic, is going to be a digital product. So something you make and you create online, that's the digital portion of it. And a product really could be anything. It could be a to-do list. It could be, a PDF here of the top 15 highest paying affiliate marketing programs. This is actually a digital product that I created. I put together this list of the top 15 highest paying affiliate marketing platforms. So let me know if you're watching this. Let me know in the chat if you guys want the link. It's totally free to download the PDF. Let me know if you want that link. Just put a comment down below, and I'll send you the link for that. And it just basically just says, okay, what is the the platform? How much can you make? And that's pretty much it. So this is an example of a digital product. So one of the places that I love to go to create these digital products, they have thousands of templates, is Canva. So I don't know if you guys, what kind of designs you can do. What are some options for a digital product? I don't know if anybody out there has created a digital product before, but if you have, just let me know in the chat if you've created one, and if you have, like, what kind have you created. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it on the shorts feed. And then if you want to see the full screen, I'm actually sharing my screen and walking through step by step. So there's a comment at the very top. You can click that and it'll take you over to like the full screen if you want to watch that. So, all right, so it looks like there is 20,000 ebook. Find like a topic or some sort of idea. What are you going to create? If you're going to create an ebook, what are you going to create it about? So that's kind of be the first thing. So right here. So these are divided up into covers, and they're also for Canva. It could also be a cover, or it could be like the full ebook. So I'm gonna actually click on this one just to kind of give you guys an example of what this is gonna look like here. Actually, what happened? Let's see. I clicked on it because of the ocean. Ebook cover. Oh, here we go. Okay, I clicked on the wrong thing. All right, so I'm gonna hit customize this template. So this would be just an example of an ebook, and this is really how simple it is. So I got to throw out the disclaimer with Canva, with Kindle, it doesn't matter what platform you're using. You definitely have to customize the template itself. You can't just take it for what it is. Like whatever the template shows, you have to customize. You know, add some more elements to the picture or the cover itself. Change the font, change the size. You know, really kind of customize and tweak it to make it however you like it, because you can't just sell it for what it is. So that's against Canva's rules, their terms and conditions. So this is just an example. So the first page right here, just imagine like that you're reading a book. So you're sitting down in like a library or a bookstore and you're reading a book. So you're, you know, instead of holding it like this in your hands, you're actually reading it, like clicking next, you know, that kind of thing. So the first page right here is always going to be the cover page. So this is where you do whatever you want to put on the cover. If you just want the image, let's say you just want the image, but you don't actually want to put, you know, maybe this text. So you could go through, you can delete whatever you don't want in here and make a really compelling, you know, just the image. Let the image, the cover image, speak for what it is. Um, and then give the readers, or give whoever's going to buy this in the future, you want to give them an idea of what are they actually going to see here. So either break it up by pages, you could break it up by sections. So you can set it up in different pages, and then you'll see that how it says page 1, column C, and then you go down here and this says chapter 1, column C. So basically what we're looking at is, if you think of the ebook like an actual physical book, um, that's really what you're creating, but it's more visual online because it's digital, and it's just one of those things where it's like um, it's, you know, something that you can create and you can really customize it to however you like. So um, yeah. So does anybody have any questions? Just want to see if you guys have any questions out there. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's keep going here. So we are going to move on. Here. This would be an example of something that, if you wanted to write some text, write a body in here, or write something that you know, some sort of kind of, you know, they do like a what's it called? What's the beginning of it called? Like not like an intro, but like kind of a prologue or that kind of thing, like something that kind of gives you some. That's one example of what a digital product is. Um, so you can also go back here, and if you didn't want to do an ebook, you could do something like a to-do list. So if you wanted to go here and do like to-do list, I want to actually show you one that I created here a couple months ago. So this one is actually called a 75 hard journal. So basically what that means is they split this up into like a calendar. I did it last year. I think running too. So this would be an example of, this is how many pages? It's 30 pages. So this is something that would be a full planner, a 75 hard journal or a 75 hard planner, that you could actually like, even like some of the little as far as how the layouts go. So where you can print this out, you can either print it out or you can have it online. So however you like to have it, it just gives you kind of like an idea of how you could customize this kind of thing. Like you can go in here and we'll um, like customizing it. So not taking the template for what it is. You can't just take the template and and actually use it for face value. You have to change it, you have to customize it, and you have to make it your own. Otherwise, you know, Canva's not going to like that if you're using Canva, and they definitely could come after you if you're trying to sell it. So I've seen a couple different versions of digital products. Let's take a look now at what are the platforms. What platforms can you go to try to sell these things? So everybody knows about Amazon. It takes a lot to start up on Amazon and to really get going as far as like setting up your shop and setting up what you need to. It's definitely not beginner friendly. You can of course create like an Etsy store. That's always an option, selling on Etsy. But today we're going to talk about something that's to be on the platform, and this platform is called Buy Me a Coffee. So if you're not familiar with it, Buy Me a Coffee it's kind of like a Ko-fi or like a Patreon, but it's a lot simpler version of those platforms. And I mean simpler because not only is it very easy to set up and it's quick, but at the same time, um, it doesn't take money. There's no money involved, so you can just customize, however you like. So basically, this would be a Buy Me a Coffee page. You could set one of these up, and you can actually sell your digital product. A content creator or somebody online who's helping people, or what have you, they could actually set this up, and then a way for the viewers or the audience or people like that to support the content creator. You could buy them a coffee. Basically, what you're doing is you're basically just donating. You're donating to them. So they can set up a little page right here, and basically anybody that buys a coffee, it'll show up under recent supporters. I got one from this person named Julie. That was very nice. And Buy Me a Coffee actually bought me coffees too. I wrote an article on a blog, and basically talked about the benefits and all the features, and so that was cool. So they actually basically rewarded that, or they wanted to just show their appreciation for that article, and so they bought 5 coffees. So that's one way to do it. So if you go over here to post, this is where some of the posts can be if you want to make posts within your Buy Me a Coffee page. And all a post is really just kind of like, think of it like a blog post. You're just kind of going here and you can post, if it's a video or you have something to say. You can go in here, and I have a daily checklist right here that I created, and this is something that is editable. I created it through Canva, and this one I just like. So if you wanted to buy that, you could buy that, or the 75 hard journal template like we talked about before. And this is available in PDF format. So when you create it in, say, Canva, you want to make sure you export it in a PDF, something that's going to be the individual, whoever buys it, they can edit it themselves. So that's why I always like to use PDF, because they can edit it, and they can basically take what you created and you're using it as a template. So basically you're selling the template itself. So it's not like you create it, and if they don't like certain parts of it, you want to make sure that they can change it, they can edit it, they can customize it however they like. This was just something I used for a live stream a couple months ago. So I just set the price here for $9.95 for this 75 hard journal. So how do we actually set up these to actually sell? So if you go into your this is what the dashboard is going to look like for Buy Me a Coffee. So over here on the left hand side, you're going to see all these different menu items. So if you click down here on, let's see, where is it? Shop, right here. So under shop, this is where you can actually have everything you can list for sale. So you can see right here, it says start from scratch. So if you have something that's not listed in one of these little boxes, you can actually click it, and then you can customize, maybe a coaching session, or something, whatever it is, some kind of thing. So you can type it in, give a little description, and then put in some feature images, basically an example of what the person is going to get when they buy it, and then you can put the price, so whatever price you want, and then you can also purchase. So let's say, for example, we looked at this document right here, the highest paying affiliate marketing platforms. So if we wanted to just redirect it to the Google Doc, then that's something you can do here. But what I would recommend is actually, if you have some place to upload it, I would probably upload it. That way, it, it's kind of a little more safe and secure, like on both ends. So, and then you can create a category here, whatever category you want. I just put ebook for one, and then daily checklist, because I was making it pretty generic as far as keeping it. I just wanted to make it easy for the potential customer to find. So, um, and then of course at the very end you can add these advanced settings if you want. If you want to ask the customer a question, you can click through there. And then if it's like a limited edition piece or something, you could click this on and you could say, okay, well, there's only 10 of them available. So if you want to do something like that where there's a limited stock or limited supply, you could specify that right here. And then down here, you could say, if it's something physical, you could allow the buyer to choose a quantity. So basically, if there's more than one that you were trying to sell, um, you could specify that there. So digital product, that's really what we're talking about here. So, and we really just kind of went through this. It's really the same thing, the same setup, but that button is just basically like their kind of pre-existing template. So that's all we're kind of that's kind of why they have it there. All right, I'm gonna pause for a sec, see if anybody has any questions. Okay, so we're gonna move on. So basically, we just kind of went through the process of adding the name for the product, the digital product, description. Featured images is basically like what are the images, what is an example, basically like a screenshot of what the customer is going to buy. So if you're serious about creating a digital product and selling it, you definitely want to have a realistic, or it really should be like a couple of the first couple pages of the actual product, so the customer actually knows this is what I'm getting, and they don't have to really guess, or they don't have to kind of assume that they know what they're getting. They should really be seeing what they're getting. So that's kind of where the featured image kind of comes to play. So I usually do like the first maybe like 3 to 4 pages. I'll put just like an image of what the page looks like. So you don't actually Canva, say like something like this, and you want to save it as a PNG. You could save that, and then you could use that image of the ocean as like a featured image. So that's something you can do. And then of course, we talked about the price and the success page, whether you want to redirect it to another URL or have a confirmation message. Um, and of course, uploading the file. So if you want to upload the file, you could actually upload the file here. If you don't have a place to host the file, like a website or a blog, you could actually upload the file and you could store it to Buy Me a Coffee on the backend server. So which is really cool, especially if it's like a small like PDF, then it shouldn't really be a big deal if you're going to store it there, because it's typically those are really like pretty small in file size. So yeah, so that's basically how you would. We talked about creating a digital product. Now this is how you actually publish it and make it live, so to speak, for someone to buy it. And then, we talked about kind of going through and what it would look like to actually purchase it on the Buy Me a Coffee site. So, okay, I'm going to take you guys over real quick to, I like to talk about this newsletter that I created this year. I'm really happy about this. I'm really proud of it. It's called Maddox Minute is the newsletter. So it's a weekly newsletter. It comes out every Monday. You get an email with the basically the newsletter, and kind of the thought or the theme of the newsletter is you should be able to go. Also, if you go to this site, I have it all in the description, but I'll put it down in the description if you want to check out the newsletter. Basically, it creates like a web version, so like a website or of a web version of the newsletter itself. So that's pretty cool. So I'll show you one. So let's see. So here's one for Side Hustle Showdown. Um, here's one. So secret to making money online. So basically it has the top. So this is going to be like an email. Um, Everybody, thank you guys so much for joining. If you click the comment in the very top, you'll be able to see the full screen. Um, so it's going to give you a little intro, and then it tells you what exactly is in the email, and then it gives a banner to the YouTube channel, and then it breaks it down by top story, and then has a little bit of text, and then some more pictures, text, and then usually have a YouTube video in there, just to kind of like link, like have a theme, like link the topic. So really visual, really engaging as far as like pictures, video, and also text. It's really meant to be read fairly quickly, but at the same time be engaging. And I like to do a pro tip every week, just to kind of give some insight into the things that I've learned, tips, tricks, that kind of thing, and just like all around kind of like wisdom in the past couple of years about starting an online business, making money online, that kind of thing. So that's kind of where I put in the pro tip. And in every newsletter, there's a different, I call it a cool find of the week. So basically, it could be a product, it could be a service, something that I use or that I have used, that I recommend everybody checking out. So this one in particular happens to be the Law of Attraction Planner. So there's a little blurb about it, and then you can go there, take a look if you want to learn more. And then, of course, always, I love to not keep the newsletter a secret. I love for you guys to join if you'd like to join. I can put a link. There's a link down in the description below if you want to join. It's totally free. So yeah, definitely check it out, as well as on YouTube as well. So just wanted to see how we're doing out there. We are getting ready to it's time to vote. So we're gonna be voting here in a little bit, and we're gonna have to vote on what side hustle we think is gonna win today's round. So we have online tutoring versus digital products. So when you think about who's gonna win, we have to think about overall ease of use for the side hustle. If you're a beginner, is it going to be easy to learn? Is it going to be easy to make money? That kind of thing. Is it easy to set up? How much experience do you actually need to start this side hustle? So I'm going to ask you guys in the chat if you could just drop either online tutoring or digital products. Let me know who you think should be the winner of this round of the Side Hustle Showdown. Okay, so here we go. Between online tutoring and digital products, definitely going to be digital products. And I think you put in all the effort and the creativity, really putting in the work once. With online tutoring, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just you have to keep reaching out. You have to keep finding new students and doing that kind of thing. If that's kind of your thing that you love, if you love teaching and educating, then that could definitely be a very lucrative side hustle for you. But I think in terms of overall for a beginner, for somebody who's not really too familiar with side hustles and creating money online, I think creating a digital product would definitely be easier, and that's why that one, in my opinion, I think would win. Um, so thank you guys so much for joining. Tonight was a great episode. It was a great showdown between two side hustles. They both are awesome side hustles. Don't forget, there's links in the description if you want to join the newsletter for free. Please check it out and sign up. We'd love to have you be a part of that community as well. And for sure, if you want to subscribe to the channel, we have all of these showdowns coming up. So these are all going to be lives. Typically, we do it on Thursday night. Um, unless something comes up less, schedule wise. But typically we do it on Thursday night. And yeah, as always, let me know down in the comments if you guys have any questions, concerns, or any type of suggestions to kind of make these run better, run smoother. And that's pretty much it for tonight. So Everybody be safe out there. Thank you so much for joining. And we will see you on the next one. Next time, we're going to be talking about online consulting versus blogging. That's going to be a good showdown, too. So definitely don't miss it. Make sure you got that notification bell turned on so you can be notified when we go live next time.